Ozzy from Ozzy Boys, and you're watching Reptiles Unplugged.
I'm John Feely of Feely's Clutch, and you are watching Reptiles Unplugged.
This is Will Rose from Royal Canadian Reptiles, and you're watching Reptiles Unplugged.
Guys, it's KB Reptiles.
Team Helga.
Team Beard.
And you're watching
Reptiles Unplugged.
It's Justin from Jacob Luck Reptiles, and you're watching Reptiles Unplugged.
Nick with Renowned Reptiles here, and you're watching Reptiles Unplugged.
It's your boy Harry Wayne from Royal Canvas Exotics, and you're tuning into Reptiles Unplugged.
You're Triple B, and you're watching Reptiles Unplugged.
What's going on?
Well, here we are, right? It's another Wednesday.
What's up, everybody?
Yeah. How we doing? Joel here, State Road Exotics as usual.
Adam from Beach Bum. In my snazzy work
Yeah,
gear.
man, you're looking fly today, dude. I got a hat on. I'm like, I just came from outside. I have like sweat going down my stomach right now, and then you're over here in a nice polo and like looking good. I'm screwing this up.
my 9 to 5 coming out.
Right, yeah. You're doing the real work nowadays, right?
Oh God. Well, the real commuting. That's about it. That's all that's changed.
Oh my gosh, yeah, that's gotta be miserable.
I have to deal with the crazies on the road.
Right. So you're ready to move out of California traffic, right, and come back to Arizona? Is that what you're thinking?
Oh man, I don't know. I've looked at some properties out there. It's very interesting. You get a lot of land out there, that's for sure.
Oh yeah, definitely. Especially if you were, not like in the city of Phoenix, like you were maybe somewhere out like Surprise or somewhere like that. Then your drive would still be miserable though.
Yeah, it would still be screwed. I know Awatuki is still expensive. I was looking.
Yeah, Tuki's a little expensive.
Yeah,
but anyways, yeah. Hey, what's going on, everybody? glad everybody jumped in here. Sorry, we were rambling on there a little bit. I feel like the delay is a little off or a little worse today.
Is it?
Than it has been in the past. Yeah, I feel like because I was watching on the YouTube machine, and almost
YouTube.
Yeah, the whole like almost intro was done before it even fired up on the thing. So if we're a little behind today, sorry everybody.
Yeah, but man, thanks everybody joining in, coming on your Wednesday, spending it with us tonight. So I see we got Austin out there, we got Zach, Harrison, Nick.
All time.
Yeah, what's going on, dude?
Small Town Exotics, Shane Kelly. Nice.
Yeah. Hey, guys.
What's going on, man? Yeah. So bummer deal. This past weekend, Pomona was here, and I was on my deathbed, so I missed out on all of the fun, and I'm still upset about it. So there's that.
Yep. But glad you seem to be doing better today.
Yeah. I feel today's actually probably been close to the best day I've had, actually. So it's perfect timing. We get to do the live stream today, so that works out pretty good. The last live stream with Riley. So if anybody was curious and want to go rewatch that, I was a hurting unit during that. So I apologize if I was a little off on that one, but the show must go on, right?
Yeah. You maintained very well, sir. Nobody even, I think, knew that there was an issue going on.
Yeah, and it was rough. That was a rough one for me. Yeah. But how was the show? I mean, I know you went. I know some people in chat were there. How'd everybody enjoy the show? Make me jealous, I guess.
Right? The show was another good Pomona show. It's always fun hanging out with people, meeting new people. All Time Reptiles. That was the first time, I think, him and I and his son, and meeting JT, Mike Breezy, all those guys in person. That was the first time, I think, for me.
I know. So I'm bummed about that. I'm bummed I didn't get to meet everybody.
Yeah, the whole Reptichip squad showed up for Pomona this year. And normal shenanigans taking place. I missed out on the Friday night shenanigans, so I'm very thankful for that. And then Saturday night, I tapped out early also, and these guys had like a 3, 4 a.m. night.
Yeah, yeah. I was seeing some of the Instagram stories at like 3:15 a.m. and I was like, "Woo, that could have been me." And then just feeling terrible the next day. Yeah.
But it was a good show. I mean, we had awesome vendors with great animals. Let's see, some outstanders for me. Let's see. I mean, I always love looking at my indigos with Bruce Roberts and Black Pearl. They both were representing pretty hard with their indigos, and
I saw a quick clip of one of those indigos that I believe he was holding. It was like just jet black. That thing's really cool.
Definitely, yeah. Bruce had some stuff out. Like, it's so amazing. He will normally have a couple, either full adults or almost full adult size, and he just has a couple tubs without the covers on, and the snakes just chill.
That's insane to me.
Yeah, they'll be kind of active looking at stuff here and there, but I mean, primarily they just totally chill. So if anybody's interested in indigos, Drymarchons, check out Bruce Roberts. He's been doing it for a long time, produces some amazing stuff. Alongside him, Black Pearl Reptiles also produces some great indigos as well, along with some other species that aren't readily bred. So, yeah.
Yeah, and I'm bummed because this was the show that I was going to go and get something new, and then now here I hear about all these incredible like new species and stuff like that that were there. So. I don't know, Anaheim, right? Anaheim, I believe it is, not Pomona. Anaheim.
That'll be January.
Yeah, that's
you can't say just Pomona anymore. It's going to change, I guess, to Anaheim. So
right. Hey, that's new is always good, right?
Mm-hmm.
But
Agent McLabs, what's up, dude?
Yeah, it looks like BP Collector is going to be at Tinley. That's going to be fun. Haven't never met him in person, so that'll be cool.
Yeah, awesome. Tinley will be a great show. Tinley's always a good show.
Oh my gosh, Tinley's ridiculous. Only been once, but that one time was ridiculous. So
totally. Yeah, I've only been that one time also, and I'm coming back.
Yeah,
definitely coming back.
Yeah. I mean, the level of animals that are there as well outside of like the shenanigans, just ridiculous. And it's crazy because you'll be walking around Tinley and you'll see like, JKR and Ozzy and like, Brad Boa, and you have like these like, pretty, I feel like fairly big names sitting in there, and then you'll just be like walking down the road and there'll be like somebody with like a one table booth that will have like a $20,000 snake sitting on there, and you're just like, oh my gosh, this is crazy to me.
Yeah. Or totally like that. You're right. Tinley covers everybody, big and small. And even if, you don't have like the market share that some of these larger breeders kind of have, I've seen some amazing quality of snakes at these tables. So if you can make it out, Tinley's like the mecca for the reptile shows these days. So.
It is, man. It is. It's incredible, man. That's for sure.
Yeah. I want to hear from chat. What was your guys' talking ball pythons? What was the craziest morph of ball python that you guys saw? And then second, what was the craziest species of snake that you guys saw at Pomona? I want to hear what you guys thought, because I saw probably the Super Russo clown for me. While like
Super Russo clown?
Yeah, Super Russo clown.
Okay.
I know, and you would be thinking like, all right, it's just an all-white snake.
Right.
True. Definitely an all-white snake, but the Russo, and for people that have like bred the Super Russos, you'll notice that like it gets a little dorsal pattern sometimes. That's like an ivory color. It's not, it's not white, right? It's off from the regular white. So the clown pattern showed through on the sides and in the head. So it was really cool.
Yeah. That is cool. Yeah, but I would like to see that. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I didn't even think that.
So for me it stood out because I'd never seen that combo before, and nor would I probably even want to pair for that combo. Like when I'd be logistically thinking about things, writing it down, when you're trying to go for those recessives, I mean, I'm gonna avoid creating an all white snake if at all possible. But
Right, yeah.
in this instance, it was awesome. Yeah, definitely. Good looking snakes.
Yeah, Nick from Renowned was saying the Super Pastel Spot Nose Confusion. I think I saw a picture of that floating around. That thing's pretty crazy.
Dude, that thing was crazy. Yeah.
Who had that?
Oh yeah.
Do you remember?
I cannot remember. No, I don't even want to try.
The two-headed highway in a jar?
Oh yeah. Heather grabbed a picture of that. That was kind of interesting.
A bowling
What's up,
spike?
Cusco? Oh man, from DM Exotics. I think that's who Cusco was talking about. Dude, that Bolin's amazing.
Really? Yeah. Gosh, yeah. I'm getting amped up for the next show.
Yeah, Nick said that the Super Pastel Yellow Belly Confusion, I think is what it was over at John's Jungle.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, he has a well-established booth.
Yo, dude, John always comes full packed. I mean, I think he had like 4 tables. It was like a huge L.
Right.
On one side, all ball pythons,
Yeah.
some really awesome ones, all the way down to like kind of, hey, this is my first snake. I'd like a ball python purchase, type of thing. And then he has boas too. And his boas are top notch as well.
Right. Yeah, and man, I've been getting really amped up about the like the IMG stuff. Will Moros just did that tour of Ozzy's place, and those IMG boas, man, those things. Like I've always known they're awesome, but seeing some of those combos and stuff like that, man, it's making me think a lot about that Moonglow boa I have sitting in there ready to breed. So,
well, that's right. I forgot that you have a Moonglow.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah. And IMG isn't recessive, from what I've gathered. It's like a Kodam, so
right.
I could maybe get something pretty crazy going right off the bat with that. But yeah, I don't know. Those are pretty cool.
Those are super cool. Hey, what's up, Rich?
Yeah, how we doing, Rich? So I mean, I guess we're a little bit into this. I guess we could maybe make the announcement for next week's interview, I guess.
Yeah, dude, it's a surprise for me too.
Yeah. So keeping everybody on their toes right now. But yeah, next week's interview, Wednesday, same time and place, obviously, will be Chris from Ball Pythons 101. So pretty excited to have him. He has a really, really awesome Instagram page that I feel like is either inspirational or making me laugh, either one, like on any given day. So I don't know, I'm pretty excited to have him. He's quite the character, so I think that'll be a really good time.
Wait, one more time, who was it?
Chris from Ball Pythons 101.
Wait, who's that guy? I have no idea who you're talking about.
He picked like the smartest name there, like the Ball Pythons 101. Like that was so clutch nailing that name. With all like every class you ever take in college is 101. So it's just like that's so funny to me. But
Chris is a great guy. Produces awesome snakes, and he put out a like how to pop deal on Instagram TV the other day, which I thought was really educational and cool.
Yeah,
so
he that lesser, I think it was like the lesser spot nose clown, I think is what I think he was calling it Clayface.
Clayface.
That snake's really pretty, man. Those are really cool. I think he's produced it 2 times now, back to back years. So that's a really cool snake.
Yeah, his clown stuff is really good, and I mean, him and his dad are awesome. His dad, I know, produces all the rats. So he's
Rats 101.
Yeah, Rats 101.
Yeah,
that'll be a good show, man.
It'll be fun.
Yeah.
Happy to have him wrangled down. That'll be a good one. But I did have a topic I wanted to talk to everybody about tonight.
Sure.
And it's, I feel like, so 'tis the season. Everybody's, hatching out snakes, and it's like glory time, right? Like all year long, this is what we wait for. So now the next battle, for me right now is how do you price your snakes? So that's kind of where I'm at, especially like snakes that you don't see often and stuff like that. So I just kind of wanted to maybe open up that conversation, like how, I mean, you know, for me, I usually go straight to Morph Market, right? And like check out, okay, how much is this and how much is that? Just to try to keep things consistent. But, you know, what does everybody else think? Like Adam, I know you probably have a lot of insight into this.
Yeah, you know, I mean, like you were saying, I check Morph Market a lot for especially morphs that have been produced multiple times.
Right.
You know, when you're entering into the realm of very few being produced, if not maybe a world's first, you know, I mean, that's where it starts, I think, really kind of getting difficult. And I don't know, I think the only advice that I would want to follow myself would be talking with other people that are in the project, you know, and kind of getting an idea. And sometimes you don't even need to talk to them. You can kind of look what they've put out there for prices and stuff. But basically, like consulting with other people in that specific project. But, you know, for everything else, I use Morph Market. I'll jump on King Snake. I definitely don't use Facebook.
Right.
At all.
Yeah. Facebook isn't the one.
for judging prices. It's too hard to find stuff on there, and prices are all over the place. So I typically use King Snake, Morph Market.
Right. Yeah, and so we got a couple people kind of talking about this, and James is saying, you know, price the snake what you think it's worth, and you know that's kind of Will was saying, you know, whatever you think's reasonable. Mike's Rack Shack. I base my pricing primarily off the quality of the animal, as well as what I could see myself paying for it. I like that. I like what I see myself paying for it. That's good. Yeah. That is actually, I like that last part for sure.
Yeah, you know, and yeah, I think that's a really good kind of point of view too. I think, you know, again though too, you have to be kind of careful. There are like unspoken standards, like when you're looking out there, you wouldn't want to tank a project.
Right. And that's kind of the thing that I'm not most concerned with, but that's something to be concerned with because, you know, a lot of these, this is an intrinsic valued animal. So, you know,
but again, it's your snake. So price it as what you see it worth. I think that's probably like the best golden rule to live by. And consult with some other breeders out there and see what they're pricing like animals if you can't find out any on the market. That's what I'd do.
Yeah, it's an interesting thing. I feel like that's not a topic that's really usually talked about, and that's something, I don't know. I feel like that's like a reasonable struggle. I mean, I say that because I don't know, I just hatched out some yellow belly pinstripe hides, and I've been looking on Morph Market, and I can't really find. I found some males, but they're both female. So it's like, okay, you know, female maybe $200-$300 more than the male, I guess. You know, usually females are more, so that's just kind of like something I've been kind of just dabbling with during the day, and I just figured we as a community here could come together a little bit.
Yeah,
help.
No, and I'm loving all the kind of the stuff people are throwing out, you know, because it's good to kind of check in with people and see what they're thinking, you know, and kind of seems like everybody's around that same philosophy of, hey, look and see what else is out there, but then price the animal based on the quality and what you think it's worth, right?
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah,
that's what I'm gonna do then. So $10 million for those.
10. You got to throw your $10 million. Like, you know, the Dr. Evil.
Dr. Evil, man. Heck yeah. And then they're like, $10 million isn't that much money anymore.
Yeah, like all time. Also, price depending on if you want to sell it. Oh, I've definitely done that. Like, I don't really want to sell this snake. Well, everybody has their price. Well, okay, fine. Yeah. I know market says it's 1,000, but I want 10 for mine.
Yeah, the not for sale price is usually significantly higher.
Exactly.
Yeah, those are the snakes I like, the not for sale ones.
Yeah, those ones are fun asking about, like, so not for sale. Everything's for sale, and they'll give you this look, and it's like, oh, okay.
What's going on, Wisconsin?
Hey, Wisconsin. Yep. Just talking about pricing snakes. But no, that's a good topic, dude.
Yeah.
Especially, baby season coming out.
Baby season, yeah, we're all here.
Yeah. So, do you see a big discrepancy between prices at shows compared to retail pricing, or from what have you seen those two kind of even out a little?
Yeah. So for me, shows is the best way to get a deal, and like I feel like that's been my experience so far. But it's also, cash is king kind of thing, and so. If you can come to a show with, X amount of cash that you're willing to spend, I feel like you always get generally a better deal at a show because, you have to take into consideration these, breeders that are coming there. They've hauled these snakes there. They had every intention of selling the animal. And I feel like, you don't want to pack it up and leave because then why did you come? So I feel like for me that the places I've gotten the best deals, I guess, has always been at shows. And it's also nice at shows because you get to do what we're doing right now. Like I get to talk to the guy or girl who's selling the animal. And, usually like you build a little rapport and then in that you get a better deal anyway. So that's kind of been my experience. I don't know about everybody else, but yeah, I mean, what about you? How do you feel?
Yeah, no, same kind of experience. The shows, you typically do find like a deal a little bit, and it's only because I think you're dealing in cash and there's multiple factors taking place. Like you said, the guy packed it there, doesn't necessarily want to pack it back, right? There's cost involved in vending at a show, so sometimes it's to meet those costs and plus some. So I've gotten more significant deals at shows, right? Without being disrespectful to like the breeder, right? Like not walking up and seeing a price tag of whatever and then offering, 80% below that.
Right,
or, You know what I mean? Something crazy, right?
Yeah.
But, definitely being respectful, you end up kind of getting a deal. And like you were saying, you get that added benefit of like seeing the animal move in your hands and talking with the breeder.
Yeah, I feel like that's really cool. And
yeah,
like what Rich was just saying, fresh out of the show, the common stuff seems to be cheaper, and that makes complete sense to me. You're like base morphs, I guess we'll call them. They're definitely, you can usually get a better deal there. As well.
And I think that's a important delineation too between kind of what my question was inferring.
I agree. Yeah.
Like the kind of base animal, for lack of a better word, like the entry level morph, I find does go cheaper at the shows than like you would find on Morph Market or any place like that. Yeah, and that's awesome because it kind of gets people in, and then the higher end stuff seems to be more or less what you find on Morph Market, right?
I will agree with that. I will agree. Yeah. I've never gotten a better deal at a show on something that's $1,500 plus. Yeah, you know what I mean. But like on like those two pastel inchy hypos that I have, I feel like I got a way better deal on those than I would have on like Morph Market or something like that because it was at the show. It was at Pomona.
Right. Yeah, totally. Yep. Yeah, so I think that's
yeah. All Time picked up a new project. Sounds like Scales Head stuff. So we'll wait for him to dive in on a little more on what that was.
Ooh, yeah. And 413 pointed out, it's a little easier to haggle in person. And that is true, right?
Yeah.
Because there was that relationship that's kind of being created right then. Whereas like online, it's really easy to just say no, right?
Right.
And then you walk away from your computer.
Absolutely.
And that's it,
Right. Will was just saying, go to the show to advertise stuff, like, your new projects you're working on, but there's nothing like seeing the snake in person, and then people get really excited about the projects. So that's, I feel like that's kind of a good, idea for just shows in general, like just going to the shows.
And that's one of my main purposes of kind of going to the shows a lot of times is maybe not necessarily the buy a snake, but I kind of want to see what heavy hitters other breeders are working with, or an opportunity to see a morph in person rather than just, on the computer.
Right.
And then I like Nick's his advice. I like to offer $5 to all of JKR snakes. Maybe one time I'll win the lotto. If you never shoot, you can't score.
Dude, I agree, 100%. You gotta nail that. Hey, well, everybody that's joining, if you're new here, we just had our special guest log in, Mr. Ball Pythons 101, showing up. He will be next Wednesday's candidate or victim or guest, however you want to really look at it. So excited to have him showing up. That'll be a lot of fun.
It's going to be good. I hope he wasn't here in the last 5 minutes, though, of us talking so much crap.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, we're going to delete this video right after it shows, actually. This won't be repeated, so he'll never know what was going on 5 minutes ago.
Totally joking. I'm super stoked about that one. Come on, all time. You threw a clue out there.
Yeah, he did. And I heard scaleless head, and now I haven't figured out what the scaleless head is.
Yeah, buddy.
But I agree all the time, like shows and stuff like that there is not a better place to actually meet people in the industry, in my opinion. And like as experienced as I am, which is, just vastly, right? Just going to these shows, though, I am happier buying snakes from people that I know. Like, I'll almost wait for somebody I know to produce the snake before I even buy from anybody else. And so that's, I feel like, a huge part of, like, this business side of this hobby.
Totally. Yep. And we're going to shame Nick right now for being a fanboy. He says he only goes to the shows to talk to you.
Well, this makes sense. 1% for the snakes. No shipping, yeah. Whiz constrictors. Yeah. No shipping. No shipping's good. If you live there, for me, going to Tinley, there's still that shipping cost, but still.
True.
Still worth
it's
it.
Cool because you can go buy all the snakes you want and throw it in the bigger box that Ship Your Reptiles has available and ship.
Right.
But I agree with Nick. A huge reason for me showing up to the shows is really hanging out with my friends and people that I've talked to online. Sometimes it's the only opportunity I'm going to get for like an entire year is to show up at a specific show, to meet certain people, talk with them,
Yeah.
So,
cool.
That's a huge draw to the shows for me.
Yeah. It's a big social event for sure. Like, the 1% snakes isn't entirely accurate, but I would say it's 50-50 between snakes and people, for sure.
Oh, man. Snakes on a plane.
Snakes on a plane, just put them in your backpack, man.
I definitely know some people that sneak them on the planes.
Absolutely. I think, what was it, the first spider was snuck on a plane, or the pinstripe?
Was it? Oh, man, I can't remember.
From Freedom Breeder?
Possibly, yeah.
I think
that sounds like
that.
a Lindy thing or something.
Yeah.
But, no, I'm talking more recent, like people going to a show, buying a snake and being like, oh, crap, I'm going to fly home with this thing.
Gosh, I know. People do that. They do it. And it works. Not condoned. We are not saying that's what you should do, but it has happened.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's not, like, the most legal thing to do, but
yeah, I doubt that's okay to do.
Right.
Sure.
And Chris, he was bringing up a good point too. Is at local shows, you get to meet people that are dealing with some species that maybe you're really interested in, not a lot of literature on, and you get to talk with somebody that's been doing it for a long time.
Yeah.
And so the tribal knowledge that's shared at the shows is immense, right? Like it's invaluable. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean the first time I went to Tinley. I had met Will Philpeck there, and showed me all of those puzzle combos they had, and I was just like, I would have never seen these. I would have never seen these snakes if I didn't just start rambling to them basically about snakes, and then as it went on. But yeah, it's just, I don't know. Shows are great. If you haven't figured it out yet, shows are great.
Right. Yeah, exactly. And Rich confirmed it was the spider he.
Yeah, I thought it was. I thought it was spider or pinstripe, but I thought it was spider because I think Barchek had the pinstripe first.
Shane, keister a snake? No thanks, buddy. That one's on.
Yeah, I don't know. That's pushing it. That's
our
pushing
chat sometimes.
Very believable when you walk through the scanner.
Right. It goes in your boots, not your pants, Harrison. Oh man, that's classic right there.
Yeah, good stuff. Good stuff today, everybody. Good stuff.
Quality, definitely. Oh man, I'm still kind of like jet lagged from the show, in all honesty. Like, the show is fun, definitely tiring. Sunday we bailed out early after checking out some of Chris from Deadmau5.
Yeah,
he wasn't vending, but he brought some snakes like to show some people. So he had, I think, some campfires. Dave RL Exotics has showcased multiple times. Amazing looking snakes in person. These things are crazy orange. Let's see, what else did he have? He had some other stuff that I don't think he told me not to talk about, but I can't remember for sure or not. So if anybody, check out Deadmau5's Instagram page. He's always posting some awesome stuff. He's got a collection that you guys don't even know. Like, he's so under the radar, it's not even funny.
It's his collection is I feel like marveled by few.
Yeah, he's working with some just awesome stuff, and he's got a really good eye.
He does. Yeah, he's very technical.
Yeah. So it's always an enjoyment talking with him, talking his projects. Yeah. So he's got some good stuff.
Yeah, he did disappear a little bit, James, but he's still full power. I feel like full steam ahead.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, he's still working his projects like crazy. I mean, dude's pretty busy. This isn't his only gig or thing he does. So I think the YouTube had to take a little backseat while other business is going down.
Yeah. 413. It's not too late to get to Tinley, man. Book that flight right now. I don't even have my flights yet, so that's why I know it's not too late.
No, and we were watching, what is it, Hopper, or that Google service too that helps you watch flight prices.
Okay, yeah.
I forget what it's called, but they were saying that Tinley is still expected to come down. I think a little bit. Like, we're right in that crunch period. Like, it should be any day now that they're saying it's the best time to buy.
Right. Yeah, cool. That's good to know because I didn't know that, and I need to look into that.
Yeah, Heather's been watching it, so
good. I'll just assume Heather will take care of.
We can add Phoenix to the watch list.
There we go. Yeah, I'm trying to convince my cousin to come. He when I was growing up, I couldn't have snakes. I finally convinced my mom to let me have a snake at my cousin's house, and so I had my snakes over there. He had a snake too when we were growing up. So I'm trying to convince him to fly out, and so I think he's about 80% sure he's going to come too. So it'll be pretty cool for him to see, like, he had a king snake, like just a king snake, and that was 20 years ago now, I feel like.
Right.
So I think it'll be like just a shell shock for him to see like Tinley, his first show ever. So
first show ever in Tinley, he's gonna be so spoiled.
I know, right? I know.
He's gonna think everything else is lame.
Right.
No, but what a great show though. And it's super easy to get addicted at Tinley because he's going to see everything that's available there.
Right,
like-
right.
Yeah.
And so I'm gonna have him hooked. He already comes over here and like harasses all the retics and like he's just so he's right there. He's right there before diving full in.
Oh,
So,
awesome.
And he just got a raise at work, so like we're ready. We're ready to get this guy going.
Oh, dude, he's got money?
Yeah, he's got money now. Yeah, like we're ready. We're ready to get him rolling for
Yeah,
sure.
I got some super normals to sell him. Send them my way.
I'll,
man.
for 100%, 100%, I'll send him your way. We'll snake him in, then he'll have a story of how he got screwed over early on, and like everybody needs that story.
We can invite him on the show, and he
Right. Yes, exactly.
Oh, too funny. Oh man.
Yeah, Goolsby, you need to check out Tinley for sure. It's a ton of fun, man.
Yeah, it's worth it. It really is. Like last year again, my first year going, but it's definitely something that I've scheduled to make time for every year. I'll be
Yeah.
going to Tinley. October.
Yeah, Wiz, we'll see you up there.
Yeah, 413. Well, man,
Yeah.
I think one more announcement. So next week, same channel, same time, 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern. We've got none other than Ball Pythons 101, Mr. Chris Cersei.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good time. So be ready. He I feel like has a ton of energy, so I know he'll bring a lot of character to the show, which will be really cool. And like I said, like it's either I get like some motivational drive from his Instagram, or I'm laughing. So it's like on top of having really awesome animals, I feel like he's got it nailed down. So it'll be a lot of fun.
Dude, it's going to be great. Yep. And then All Time was saying his son was going to be vending Phoenix soon. I got to come out and check out your guys' show.
Yeah. It's in November.
November?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That'll be perfect.
Yeah.
I don't really want to go anyplace for Thanksgiving, so I'll just go out there for my vacation.
There you go. Perfect. That works out great. I'll be here, actually. So.
Awesome.
But
Well, alrighty, everybody. Yeah, like Joel was saying, we don't want to keep everybody too long on these Wednesday interludes.
yeah. But yeah, I guess thanks everybody for showing up. We had I feel like a great chat tonight. So that was actually really cool. So
Good topics. Thanks, everybody.
Yeah.
Appreciate you spending your 40 minutes with us. You all have a good night.
Yeah. Take it easy, everybody.